Yes, I'm back and it's another one. Full day of eating, keto style, good fats, high protein, perfect for weight loss. Let's go. Exchange for gains. What's going on, my good people, and welcome to another episode of my full day of eating. Like I said, today we're going to do it keto style. However, before we jump into our first meal, which is breakfast, let's just have a quick update in terms of my physique. So as you can see, this is my current physique, which isn't too bad. However, there's still a lot of work to be done. I feel I need to try and build a lot more muscle in my top half of my body as well as my lower half in terms of my legs. My abs are still visible and my back is still quite defined. However, in order for me to reach my goal, I need to remain focused and I need to be consistent in terms of my training and my nutrition. Before we dive into our first meal of the day, let me just go through what a ketogenic diet is for educational purposes. Essentially, a ketogenic diet is a diet plan that consists of a high amount of fats, a decent amount of protein and very little carbs. A lot of people have used it for weight loss and literally the results have been insane. I've seen people drop from sort of like, 180 pounds down to 160 pounds within like 6 to 8 months. It's been crazy. So without further ado, where I'm actually going through a cutting phase at the moment, I'm going to go for a ketogenic diet. However, I'm not going to do it for 4 to 6 months. I'm literally only going to do it for approximately 8 weeks. So without further ado, let's dive into our first meal of the day, which is breakfast. Okay, so for breakfast, we're going to keep going on with my common theme in terms of our volume high, but our calories fairly low. So without further ado, we are going for 100 grams of egg whites, 2 eggs, roughly approximately 30 grams of spinach, 2 reduced fat bacon medallions, approximately 70 grams of mushrooms, and a cup of coffee. So as you can see, I'm literally starting off by lightly spraying the pan. I use light fry oil simply because it's less in calories. As you can see, I've literally got my bacon medallions and just cut it into small strips. Again, for me, when I cut it into small strips, it gives me more of a volume when I'm eating. And not only that, for the mindset, it sometimes makes you feel a lot fuller, a lot quicker as well. There's my bacon medallions. I'm literally trying to cook them just so that they're nice and crispy. Again, you can cook them up to your own preference. I like mine lightly brown, lightly crispy. Here is me right now. I'm literally washing the mushrooms and my spinach. I've got my washed mushrooms. I'm literally going to mix them with my strips of bacon medallions, ensuring that the whole contents of the 70 grams of mushrooms are actually in the pan. Giving them a nice little light stir, ensuring that everything is cooked well and done. We don't want anyone getting sick. I'm literally now just cracking a couple of eggs just to put in my mix in terms of my bacon medallions and my mushrooms, ensuring that all of the egg, including the yolk, is actually within the pan. I know a lot of people like to separate their egg whites with their, with their eggs and so on and so forth, but we're including both of them in this meal. So we're not only including the yolk, but the egg whites, and we're adding additional egg whites to it as well, so it's all good. So remember guys, literally in terms of the egg whites, I'm actually using 100 grams. Again, each to their own, again, how much egg whites you want to use. However, when I do my egg whites, I usually always use 100 grams. As you can see, I'm literally putting a little bit of seasoning on the eggs. Again, nothing too salty, nothing too over the top. A little bit of mixed herbs just to go with it. And literally, there's my mix, as you can see, bubbling nicely. I'm literally, what I'm going to do as well, once I've got this nicely sort of like toasted to a certain point, I'm actually going to pop this in the oven. As you can see, there's my mix right there. We're adding the little bit of spinach. Again, not too much spinach. As you guys know, when you cook spinach, it shrivels up. There you go. There you can see I've literally added my spinach to my mix. I'm now literally going to pop this in the oven for approximately 5 to 7 minutes. And there you go. There's my mix. As you can see, to a certain extent, looking between like a pizza and an omelette. You decide what it is. Literally just popping it on a plate, nice and easy. Some people tend to add cheese to this. However, for calorie reasons, I do not add any cheese. It's entirely up to you if you want to add cheese or not. On this occasion, I won't be adding any cheese. And yeah, man, as you can see, it's nicely cooked. I would like to say golden brown. It's not quite golden brown, but you can see it's well cooked, it's well done. And that's the finished article. Again, full of volume, very healthy, high in protein, no carbs at all, and washing it down with a cup of coffee. Meal number 1, breakfast. By the way, my good people, if you're feeling this channel and you have not subscribed to my channel, please feel free to subscribe right about now. This year we're looking to hit that 500 subscriber mark. Not only will it help out the channel, but it will help get the info out in terms of those people who are looking to lose weight or perhaps build muscle. So if you have not subscribed, subscribe right about now. Give it a thumbs up as well. So between breakfast and lunch, I like to get a little snack in. Rather than binge on biscuits or chocolates or crisps, I like to get something sweet, and I used to love Haribos. Haribos used to be my thing to literally snack on. However, we're going to substitute the Haribos with something a little bit more healthier. So for my mid-morning snack, we're going to have the following: 100 grams of strawberries, 30 grams of Bio and Me granola, 35 grams of blackberries, 40 grams of raspberries, and 120 grams of natural style Greek style yogurt. So as you can see, in terms of breakfast and my mid-morning snack, the volume is always high. I try to get as much in as I can in terms of having that high volume but those calories low. Remember, I'm on a cutting phase, so although I'm trying to sort of like lower my calories, I still will need to feel full. However, we're going to keep that protein level high as usual. So for lunch, we're going for 2 free-range hashed down steaks from Muscle Food, 2 slices of a cheddar cheese, 1 large avocado, 2 eggs, and then I'm going to wash it down with a can of Monster Ultra. So I've started off literally by putting my 2 hash steaks in the oven. Whilst that's cooking, I've literally got my avocados, which I'm slicing in half. I love avocado, brilliant for healthy fats. As you can see, literally lovely colour. I'm now literally going to just pop out the seed. Nobody eats the avocado with seeds in it, obviously, of course. Put it on a plate, and now literally what I'm going to do, you've got to be very careful when you do this, guys. You see that little dent in the avocado? What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put my eggs right in the middle of it. Again, some of it will spill over when you're doing it. Don't worry about that. I'm lightly, as you can see, I'm lightly seasoning it now. Again, a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. You can season it with anything you like. It's entirely up to you. As you can see, eggs right in the middle. Popping that in the oven. There's literally my steaks. Slightly overdone. Doesn't matter. Put a little bit of cheese on it. There's my nicely cooked avocados with eggs. I'm literally, oh, they're so lovely. I'm literally going to pop this on the side of my plate, eat them with my hash steaks, and literally that will be my lunch. It is absolutely fantastic. So as you can see, literally I had to go and get a trim. That beard was getting a bit too bushy. However, we've now hit the final meal of the day, which is dinner time. Now for dinner, as you guys know, I like to keep my stuff simple but effective. So without further ado, we are going for 325 grams of diced chicken breast and a stir-fried vegetable. Again, simple, effective, full of volume, nice amount of protein, and in terms of that carbs, again, it's very minimal in terms of the calorie, in terms of the amount of carbs we're going to get in that meal. Packs of volume. We're going to put just a little bit of soya sauce on it. Again, nothing too over the top, nothing too deep, and then we're going to wash it down with some water. When you're doing a ketogenic diet, they say anything from 50 grams of carbs underneath is deemed as ketogenic. So yeah, that is dinner. Let's dive straight in. Let's go. We're literally going to start off by seasoning our diced chicken breast. Again, I tend to use all-purpose seasoning, some chicken seasoning, and some parsley just to give it a nice little flavour. We then start to heat up our pan, again giving it a spray with some light fried oil. Once the pan is being heated enough, we then put the contents of the diced chicken within the pan itself. As you can see, making sure there's literally nothing left behind. You can actually see how hot the pan is in terms of the steam coming off. We then cover it so the heat absorbs within the pan. We then add our stirred vegetables. Again, look at that lovely colour. I love colour when I'm cooking my meals. Greens, the browns, the yellows, a little bit of orange. And look at the actual volume. We then add our soy sauce, give it a nice little flavour, a nice little mix. Again, you don't want to overdo it with the soy sauce, but you want to give it enough flavour in terms of when you're eating your meal, you can actually taste it. Give it a nice stir, ensuring all the flavours are absorbed within the pan. And there you have it, dinner. Full of volume, full of protein, low carbs, and healthy. Okay, my good people, that is all from me for today. If you're feeling this channel, like I said before, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're looking to hit that 500 subscriber mark by the end of 2023, so make sure you subscribe. But until next time, follow those recipes. Have a look at my previous videos of my full day of eating. If you're looking to lose weight, have a look at my weight loss videos as well. But until next time, stay blessed, stay motivated, and get those gains, baby.
Weight loss of all, kidding with around place for hope it rolls. Exchange for gains. Move it, Karen. Time I make those lifestyle changes. Do it like Darren. Weight gain.